mindfulness coming out here and there and everywhere these days? Are you kind of confused about what it means? Maybe you know a little bit, or maybe you know nothing at all. In this video, I'm going to tell you and teach you all about what mindfulness is. It is simple, it is not nearly as complicated as it might sound. I'm going to really break it down for you and explain what it means. And maybe after this, you will be interested in starting your own mindfulness practice and maybe just become more mindful in your everyday life. So, mindfulness is one of those ones that really play a big impact in our ability to like ourselves in our lives. And I'm going to explain why this is. But first off, you might be wondering, is mindfulness a practice or is it a way of being? Is it all about doing mindfulness exercises or mindfulness meditation? Or is it just kind of a way of going through life? And the answer is yes, it is both. It is up to you. You can have a mindfulness practice. You can do mindfulness exercises. You can do mindfulness meditation. And you can also learn to become just more mindful in your everyday life. Now, what that even means? Mindfulness is just kind of a fancy way of saying be present. That's it. Live in the now. Just be present with what is. Because what often happens is we spend a lot of our time thinking about things that are coming up in the future. We even spend a lot of time worrying and being anxious or sometimes even excited. It's not always a bad thing. Or we spend a lot of our time maybe thinking about the past, regretting the past, feeling guilty about things, or maybe even positive. It's not always negative, Sometimes we're thinking about good things that happened in the past. But regardless, we don't spend very much time being present, noticing what is happening in and around in the present moment. Now, for some of us, that can be kind of scary, paying attention to what's happening inside of us right now. But I'm going to tell you why learning to become more mindful is actually good for us, and it teaches us how to be okay with being present with whatever is happening inside of us, whatever emotions are coming up inside of us. It teaches us how to be okay with that. Now, mindfulness, there's been ton of research on it, and even more lately because it is coming out more in the mainstream. It's not a new thing, it's been around for centuries. But it has become more mainstream lately with a lot of research. So what researchers has found is that it helps with a ton of things. As far as mental health struggles, it can really help with depression, with anxiety. It can help with panic disorders. It can help with eating disorders. It can help with chronic pain. It can help with self-esteem issues and a lot of other things. There's actually a whole bunch of things that it can help you with, like emotionally, psychologically, physically. So you can Google it afterwards. What are some of the benefits of mindfulness? And there are a lot of things that it really does help with. The essence of mindfulness. So what it really does is it teaches us by learning to become present. What it really does is it slows down the brain. Instead of spending our time thinking what I have to do, or what is going on, what is coming next, or what I have to be worried about, what I have to be planning for, or whatever is it in the past, like something that happened in the past or something that that I'm upset about, or that I'm angry about, or regretting, or feeling guilty, or spending all this time. And sometimes you maybe even feel like, I don't know if this happens to you. It feels like there's monkeys in your brain kind of jumping all over the place, going from one thought to the next, here and there and everywhere, and maybe one time frame to the next. You're going from the future to the past and all around. And you can really feel like your head is spinning. So, what mindfulness does is it teaches us how to really just slow down the brain. It teaches our brain how to just be present and observe what is happening right here and right now. And when I say observe, I really mean just observe without judging, observe without having a bunch of ideas about what this thought mean, or what we see in our surroundings, or what we're experiencing. We're not going to think what it means. We're not attaching a bunch of judgments. We're just noticing with kindness, with curiosity, and with acceptance. So, practically speaking, what does that look like? Let's say you're feeling really upset about something, or maybe you're feeling someone said something and it upsets you, and you notice yourself feeling like your feelings got hurt. And you might say to yourself something like, okay, maybe one or two ways. You might say something like, okay, just get over it. Stop getting upset about stuff like this. Why do you always have to take things too personally? What is wrong with you? And we attach all these meanings. So the thing that is happening is that I'm feeling hurt. That's what it is. And then we attach all this meaning to it. What does this mean? What does this say about me? What should I be feeling? What should I be thinking? And we kind of get more worked up because we're attaching a bunch of stuff to it. Or we can go the other way and we find a bunch of evidence to support whatever is it that we're feeling. We'll say something like, I'm feeling really hurt. Why is everyone always out to get me? Why are people so mean? Why is my life so hard? Why do I always get the butt end of the stick? And we really spiral ourselves down into feeling even more worse. So, whichever way you do it, if you blame yourself for how you are feeling and you blame others for how you are feeling, either way, it gets even more messy. So, with our same example, where mindfulness would come in, is learning how to feel hurt and to just notice it. Notice it without judgment. Notice it without getting a bunch of stuff attached to it. Notice it with curiosity, saying, wow, I notice that I'm feeling hurt right now. That's what's happening. Whether it's right or wrong, good or bad, or serving or unserving, or helpful or unhelpful, it's irrelevant in this moment. What's happening is that I'm feeling hurt. It might sound to you like that's it, that's all you do. And yes, that's all there is to. You might notice, if you just allow yourself to feel your feelings, you will notice that the feeling will be way less intense and it will probably pass through you. You'll probably move through the feelings a lot quicker than if you're attaching all this stuff to it. You might even approach your hurt with curiosity, like, oh, I notice I'm feeling hurt right now. I wonder what just happened that made me feel hurt, and wonder what they said that hurt me. Do you see the difference? We're approaching that feeling with curiosity, with acceptance. We're just saying, this is what I'm feeling. We're not resigning ourselves to the feeling. We're not saying, well, I guess I'm just gonna feel hurt forever. I guess hurt is just here from now on, and I'm never going to feel better again. That's not what accepting is. Accepting means that we say to ourselves, this is what is happening right now. So, mindfulness is not a lot of fancier than that. We can do it internally when it comes to our emotions. We can even do it externally, practicing being more mindful in our everyday life. Just noticing what's around us, noticing what we smell, noticing what we see, noticing what we taste, noticing what we feel with our senses. What we're feeling, if we're noticing the ground underneath our feet, or the chair underneath our butts right now, or whatever it is, learning how to just notice. And what it does is our brain, because our brain can't exist at two time frames at the same time. When we are present in our minds, we can't be worrying about the future or regretting the past. All we can do is be in one time frame at once. So that's why it slows down our brains, because it's giving different. Okay, so I'm going to get a little technical here for all of you biology people or brain people or people that are interested in the science part of it. So what it does is it causes different neurons in our brain to fire. It causes more calm, kind of chilled out, relaxed neurons to fire more grounded neurons. So, as the saying goes, neurons that fire together wire together. So, as we learn to just observe and be present with what is, instead of thinking about what isn't or worrying about or getting wrapped up in it all, we're just learning how to be present, and those neurons are wiring together, and we're actually rewiring our brain, so that over time, as we become more mindful and intentionally practice being more mindful, we actually rewire a more calm and grounded brain altogether. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go from being less vibrating, like super high strung person, to being like this, like super chilled out, like Zen master overnight by any means. But you are going to notice that over time, practicing mindfulness, over time you'll notice that you don't get as wrapped up about things as you used to. We learn how to respond to things in our environment instead of react. We're not into reaction mode, we're into respond mode. We're into, I notice what is happening, I notice what's going on, I am present with what's right here and right now. And then I decide how I want to respond. Like, what do I want to do with this? How do I want to respond to this? So, mindfulness, you can do it by just becoming more mindful, by learning to just pay attention and notice what you're thinking or feeling or experiencing without attaching a bunch of stuff to it. Or you can also, or guess, and you can also start having a mindfulness practice where you can do mindfulness exercises, you can do mindfulness meditation. Research shows that about 10 minutes a day of doing mindfulness meditation is all it takes to start changing our brains, getting the monkeys to chill out, calming down the swirling monkeys here and there and everywhere thoughts. So that's it for now. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this one out so that we can uncomplicate this whole mindfulness thing, that we can shed some light on it, because it really does make a big impact on our mental health and well-being and our happiness and just our lives in general. When we really learn how to be present, how to observe, how to feel and notice what we're thinking or feeling or experiencing without attaching all of this other stuff to it. I'm so glad you were here, and until next time, take good care. Oh, and also tell me in the comment section how you find this, and if you are someone who does practice mindfulness, or if you're someone who's interested in it, or if you have any questions about it, put it in the comment section. Take good care.